How does a failed artist become a dictator? How did millions come to believe him? Who gave him power and why? At what moment could he have been stopped and wasn't? How did a nation of thinkers become followers? Can freedom be used to end freedom? Who chose to look away when it mattered most? Could it happen again? This is the rise of Adolf Hitler. Germany had entered the First World War believing in strength, unity and victory on all fronts. But by 1918 that belief had completely collapsed. 4 years of brutal trench warfare, staggering losses and a crushing Allied blockade had pushed the German Empire to its limits. Soldiers were exhausted, the economy was breaking apart and hunger was spreading through the streets at home. Then, in November 1918, the inevitable happened. Germany accepted defeat. The guns fell silent, but what came next would prove just as powerful as the war itself, the peace terms that would shape Germany's future forever. When analysing the life of Adolf Hitler, the very first thing we must do is look at the Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles didn't bring peace. It imposed the rootless war guilt clause, forcing Germany to take full responsibility. It demanded crushing reparations, shattered the economy, and plunged the Weimar Republic into chaos. Hyperinflation wiped out life savings overnight. Families starved. A nation collapsed in slow motion. This wasn't justice. This was humiliation. Germany's military power was dismantled, its land stripped away, its pride destroyed, and in the ruins, something dangerous began to grow. Anger, resentment, a burning desire for revenge. Extremism didn't emerge by chance. It was born here. Germany wasn't just broken, it was waiting. Waiting for a voice, waiting for a leader, waiting for someone to turn humiliation into power. And then he appeared. Adolf Hitler. Munich, November 1923. The doors burst open. Adolf Hitler enters, armed, surrounded, not asking, demanding. No one may leave this hall. The national revolution has begun. Panic ripples, shots fired into the ceiling, chaos. He forces the leaders of Bavaria to stand with him, or appear to, and for a moment it works. The illusion of power, the illusion of control. By morning, he believes Germany is within reach. So he marches, not alone, but at the head of a growing column through Munich streets, a direct challenge to the state, a gamble against reality. The beer hall putsch has failed, 16 dead, and the man who promised revolution dragged away in handcuffs, finished, or so they thought. Landsberg prison, not a cage, but a workshop. Because here he doesn't lose faith, he refines it, line by line, page by page. He writes Mein Kampf, not a memoir, a manifesto, not a reflection, but instruction. He studies his failure and understands it. Power wouldn't be taken in the streets, it would be taken in the minds of the people. When he walks free, he's no longer a failed revolutionary. He's something colder, calculated, patient. He speaks again, not with chaos, but with control. Every word deliberate, every pause engineered. We were betrayed, and they believed him, because he gives them what they crave most. Someone to blame, and something to believe in. In Munich, the Nazi Party is rebuilt, organized into a strict hierarchy, disciplined and controlled. Uniforms appear in the streets, the SA expand its presence, and propaganda spreads a single message, repeated across Germany. For years they remain on the fringe, small, limited, and contained. Then 1929 arrives. The Great Depression begins. Banks collapse, unemployment spreads, millions lose stability. In that crisis, political extremes gain ground, and the Nazi movement begins to grow rapidly. What was once marginal moves into the centre of German politics. And now we cast our mind back to the questions that appeared at the start of this video. What draws a nation to one voice? How does a single figure command the attention of millions? In a time of crisis, what makes people listen and believe? Was it the message or the moment it was delivered? When does political support become something more? And at what point does a movement stop being just an idea and become power? And how far can it go once it does? And what's to come will change Europe forever. Borders will shift, war will follow, millions will be drawn into it, millions will perish, and the man at the centre of it all will lead it to its end.